Okay, someone says Alireza is not registered in the World Blitz. This is annoying. Okay, well, it's kind of interesting that you say that, because I did want to start my stream off with an article from yesterday that I did happen to see on Chess24. So we're going to start with an article. So it's kind of interesting that someone said that, because I haven't even seen a list, but let's go right to the article. Firouzja misses Vikonze or Vike after compensation demand is denied. Okay. Magnus Carlsen's hunt to break the 2900 barrier began with the 84th edition of the prestigious Tata Steel chess tournament in Vikonze, Netherlands, which takes place from January 14th to 30th. Chess fans will unfortunately not see a clash between the world champion and the new world number 2, 18-year-old Alireza Firouzja, as the organizers turned down his demands for compensation over the row at the end of the 2021 edition. All right. Okay, so there's a picture of Alireza, the Iranian-born 18-year-old who now represents France, will not return to Vikonze next year, as the organizers failed to come to an agreement with the prodigy. All right. So yeah, actually, it's probably pretty relevant, you guys, because of what I just read at the start of the stream. Here we go. Tata Steel Chess is a favorite among chess fans, in particular for its unique format with 14 players and 13 rounds, focusing on inviting a mix of aggressive experience and up-and-coming players in order to get the most fighting chess. The 2022 edition is no different. Magnus Carlsen, with a record 7 wins in the Masters group, returns to Vikonze for the 18th time and will make an attempt to win after missing out twice in a row. The event will be Carlsen's first classical event after convincingly beating Jan Nepomniachtchi 7.5, 3.5 in Dubai to win his 5th world championship match. The world champion then shockingly announced that he has likely played his last title match and that he lacks the motivation it takes. Carlsen stated that the 18-year-old prodigy Alireza Firouzja is the only player who can tempt him to play a 6th match. Carlsen has instead switched his focus to breaking the impossible 2900 rating barrier. Currently at 2865 after gaining 9 rating points in Dubai, he'll need at least score at least 9 out of 13 in order to take one step closer, while 10 points will take him to 2876 on the next list. All right, let's keep going. We have chess fans will unfortunately miss Carlsen facing off with Firouzja in Vikonze this time. The organizers were unable to come to an agreement with the Iranian-born Frenchman, with the controversy over moving boards mid-round at the end of the 2021 edition of the event apparently having made it more difficult. Okay. Speaking to Chess24, tournament director Jeroen Vandenberg says he has been in contact with Firouzja's father early this year and sent an invitation but did not receive a response. Okay. In Stavanger, I met both of them while they were also in my plane. We exchanged some friendly words and I kept waiting for the response. Later, early in October, I told them that I was in a hurry. Then Hamid Reza, which would be Alireza's father, told me that they wanted to decide after Riga, but this was too late for me. He added, then after I made my financial offer, I received a message that they wanted compensation for what happened in 2021, and they asked for much more money than I had offered. So that was the moment I started looking for another player. Okay, I mean, pretty insane, but let's keep going. All right. The organizers issued a public apology to Firouzja after he got visibly upset with the arbiters who, in preparation for the playoff, were planning to move his board to a different part of the hall while he was pressing for a win against Radoslav Wojtaszek. The situation saw heated posts on social media. All right, so there was just a post about it. And anyway, let's keep going. All right. With chief arbiter Pavel Votruba feeling compelled to put out his side of the story. Firouzja later accepted the apology, but still seems to bear a grudge. Chess24 has reached out to Alireza Firouzja's father for a comment, but we have yet to receive a response. Asked how often the organizers fail to come to an agreement with a player, Vandenberg says it has happened before, but not so often. There can be all kinds of different reasons behind it, but luckily these players have also come back to Vikonze later. I hope it will be the same with Alireza. Despite the absence of the world number 2, the field should guarantee chess fans excitement and entertainment. World number 4 and 2020 winner Fabiano Caruana is another favorite who guarantees competition for Carlsen, while Dutch star Anish Giri also tends to do well in his home event. Okay, so there's more stuff here. I think that's kind of the end. That's the end of the stuff about Alireza, but I feel that it's kind of a relevant story to talk about for a few reasons. First reason I will say is in terms of compensation, I feel that Alireza's rise has been very, very steep from from where he was at like 2,700 going up to 2,800 pretty much during this COVID period. Not a whole lot of turns happening. Obviously a lot of credit goes to him and his team for getting there, but I do think there's this little disconnect, and there's some assumption that there's a lot of money in the chess world. I'm getting this feeling that they seem to think that there's endless money for chess tournaments, and at the moment there currently is not. So it's been quite a few years since I played in Tata Steel, but I'll give some background. So Tata Steel used to have a lot more funding than it currently does, because in the old days Tata Steel used to be Chorus. Chorus was the Dutch steel company. They sponsored the tournament for, I want to say, at least half a century roughly, and then maybe somewhere around maybe 2005-ish or around there, things started to change. Obviously steel industry is not what it once was. I mean, it's been an industry that's been in decline for a very long time. Additionally, Chorus Steel got bought out by Tata Steel, which is an Indian steel company, so they became part of a much bigger conglomerate, and so ever since then there's still money to support the tournament. But no, when you say for them it might be a lot of money, I mean, well, I'll tell you this. When I played the tournament, I think it was maybe 2016 or 2015 or 2016. I played the tournament. I got an appearance fee. I believe it was $12,500. Now at the time I felt that was a little bit low, but that's what the appearance fee was. And so I got this appearance fee, and most of the money in terms of what they have to give out, they give out appearance fees. So it's like I got 12.5. Who knows what Magnus got, or say Fabiano, for example, but they have a very set budget, and so they pay out the appearance fees, and then first prize is something like 10,000 euros. So when you talk about when we talk about trying to well, I was close to number 2 in the world at that time. Just keep that in mind, okay, you guys? So I was close to number 2. So when I say that, I feel that there's this disconnect, thinking there's a lot more money when there isn't. Tata Steel has always been a tournament where you go to play. First of all, you make money, obviously, but it's more about getting that recognition and having a chance to win the prestigious tournament. So therefore, I think it's not a good look that the organizers to reveal this information. I actually think the organizers are kind of right revealing it, because what it says is it's sort of, everyone's wondering why Alireza is not playing the tournament. If they'd put actual figures in there, then it would be bad, but they didn't put actual figures, so I don't see any issue with the organizers revealing it. So to me, I have no issue, but I think that generally speaking, there's this disconnect, thinking that suddenly you can ask for, let's just say Alireza was offered 10k. I'm just going to use a random number, and asking for like 20k. That's just not understand the economics of how the tournament is run, and how the sponsorships that they have work, because they don't have extra money. They have a very tight budget, and you make money, but it's mainly you play to have the chance to play against Magnus and all the other top players, and to win the event. That's the ultimate thing that matters the most. So I do think that I hope that Alireza or his father or their management team starts to realize a little bit of this, and they don't have these crazy demands, because if this happens, then what's going to happen is he's not going to be able to play his terms, because there's just not the money. And in terms of money, the times that the sponsors can go out and get money, with all due respect, the only person who can actually who can possibly entice sponsors out of thin air to come in and put money up for events, or have that interest, of course, is the world champion Magnus Carlsen. It's not Alireza Firouzja. So you would hope that there's some kind of understanding of the economics down the road. Lack of experience, maybe it is, I don't know, but yeah, that's just what I would say, is in terms, like, if you want to ask for more, that's fine, but the economics of the tournament are such they don't have all that extra they don't have extra capital. So anyway, that's that. Again, I don't really have a strong stance. I just think they need to understand the economics. All right, and the reason now that I bring this up, as people were asking me, is because apparently there is a list for the World Rapid and Blitz, and Alireza is not registered on that list. I'm sure, of course, he can sign up at the last moment and play, but he's apparently not on the list for the World Rapid and Blitz, which is kind of surprise. Oh, we have the list. We have an actual list. Okay, we have a list. So let's go here. I didn't realize we have an actual list. So here we go. Rapid Open, drum rolls. Let's see who's playing. Okay, I actually have not looked at this list yet, you guys, so let's take a look at the list. All right, here we go. Rapid Open preliminary list: numero uno Magnus Carlsen, numero dos Hikaru Nakamura, numero tres Jan Christos Duda. Duda is number 3. Okay, interesting. So that means if Duda is number 3 and I correlate the list, let me go back to 2700 chess and click on Rapid just to correlate the list. So okay, so what that means is that Ding is not playing, not surprising. Okay, Duda is actually number 4. Oh, Duda is number 4. So other than Ding, it looks pretty standard. Duda is playing Nepo is playing CFR. What? Oh, that must be the FIDE flag. Whatever. I don't know how all that stuff works. Maxime is playing. Anish is playing. Peter Stavidler is playing. So it looks pretty standard. Fabiano is not playing. Okay, this is kind of interesting actually, because right now there's a tournament going on, and there's a tournament going on in Azerbaijan. I believe Vichy Anand is playing. I believe that Fabiano Caruana is playing. A few other players are playing. However, it is interesting that none of them are playing. But the list looks pretty standard. So we have Vachier, Giri, Svidler, Rapport, Wojtaszek. Actually, Peter is 2752 in Rapid, apparently. Wow, he's 2752 in Rapid. Okay, so you have Rapport, Radoslav Wojtaszek, Levon is playing, Grigory Oparin, Vladislav Artemiev, Alexander Modilev. Actually, I have to say, this field is, I'm going to be honest, this field is a little bit watered down. I'm kind of shocked as I look at this list, because it feels like after Levon, it kind of falls off quite a bit. I know the Rapid ratings are higher, but these are definitely players who are not 2700 level in classical chess. So it's kind of, it is a little bit watered down, and it kind of shows that I think obviously FIDE is doing their best to put together the event, but there are a lot of names that are missing. Sorry, I forgot about Artemiev. I forgot about. Yeah, actually, here's an example of why it looks weird, because see, Artemiev is number 12 and Oparin is number 11, but I consider Artemiev to be a much stronger player. Like, with all due respect to Oparin, Artemiev is vastly superior player, so it's kind of crazy to actually see Oparin higher ranked. I'm just scrolling down the list. It looks pretty reasonable, but yeah, definitely in terms of the actual top players, it's definitely a little bit watered down. That's for sure. It's definitely watered down quite a bit, which still shows the difficulties with traveling and getting to places to play in tournaments. So it's definitely an issue for sure. All right, so that's the Rapid. Do they have the Blitz? Or maybe they probably only have Rapid right now, I'm guessing. Am I in Rapid and Blitz? Yes, I will be playing in both events. They do have Blitz also. Okay, let's click on Blitz open. Let's take a look at this. Numero uno is Magnus. Number 2 is me. Number 3 is Artemiev. Finally, Artemiev shows up where he belongs, which is right near the top on this list. Duda, Nepo. Yeah, it's gonna be the exact same list though. I don't think, because it would make no sense. Nobody's gonna play the Rapid and not play the Blitz, or play the Blitz and not play the Rapid. The only person who was insane enough to do that in recent times, I think, was when it was in I think it was in Dubai in 2014, and Morozevich played like the Blitz but not the Rapid, because he wanted to save all his funky ideas for the really fast chess, and he didn't want to use it in the Rapid, I think. So in general, yeah, it's very rare to see someone who did it. Kramnik did it too. Oh, Kramnik was already semi-retired. But anyway, yeah, so it looks like a pretty standard list, nothing too crazy. Fabiano is not listed. Like I said, it's kind of weird that it's weird that Vichy and Fabiano are not listed, because both of them are playing in Azerbaijan. I would think, I mean, if Fabi was in the US, it would be hard to get to Poland, but if it wouldn't be as easy. But if he's in Azerbaijan, it shouldn't be hard. But yeah, anyway, that is the list we have for the World Rapid and Blitz. There we go. Pretty normal stuff. Okay, you guys, so on that note, we are going to keep moving along with our scheduled programming.